I thought we were going to come in today's show and it was going to be celebratory. Hey, post-Christmas. I didn't know we had to come here and talk about the worst game I've ever seen in my life.
That was a game that went from pure dominance to terrible. And it all started, and the thing about sports is you never really know what play kind of turns it around. But I would say the fumble before the half, where you're moving the ball like crazy and you end up fumbling in their territory. And the game goes from 23 to maybe 10 or 20. It was 20. What was it at halftime? 20.
It was 2013, but you're right. Yes,
2013.
They were up 20-10. They were driving. Right. Mostert fumbles. They get it to within 3. But we were still having a good time. Mike McDaniel's laughing at Aaron Rodgers. We didn't know that pain was coming.
Right.
Just unbearable pain.
And you're starting, and here's where you have to pay attention, right? Because you're starting to see a lot of the same things that Tua struggles with. And here's what happens. You get a nice little run where you're accurate. You're doing those little pop passes in the middle of the field. I mean, it's almost like your back is turned and you turn around and sling it, right? Then as the game goes on, those DBs, instead of playing the short passes, are backing up into those lanes. And you're still throwing the same passes, right? So, for example, the pick that he threw where the corner sagged off, right? Like he played the underneath pass soft and said, I'll give you that. I'm not giving you this post route behind me. And Tua still threw the post route because that's what he had all day. And those are the things where, as a whole offensive unit, you have to identify and be able to make some changes with that. And it got him again. The same thing. Whereas the underneath coverage started sagging a little bit deeper. So instead of playing 5 yards, they were playing 10 to 15 yards deep. And some of those same passes he was throwing earlier in the game now seem like they're going into congestion. And I think that's the transition that even as an offense and as a quarterback, that everybody has to be able to identify with and say, okay, here's our go-to plan when they start doing this. And it always happens after a couple of interceptions where, now we see it. You got to be able to identify these things earlier. It's the same thing on the other side of the ball. You got to be able to identify, they're making a concerted effort to run the football, or they're trying to do this, or here's what they're trying to do to us. And you got to be able to make adjustments during the course of a game. And sometimes if you wait too long to make those adjustments, what happened yesterday. And the same thing happened with the Chargers. Like, you never deviated from what you do to kind of combat what they were trying to do to stop you. And that's where we are now.
Yeah, like the thing that's been frustrating is like, okay, we looked at the San Francisco LA games. You're like, okay, listen, he had a rough performance. They were a little more physical. Some people were figuring some things out. This is like the first time it's been figured out mid-game.
Right, because the Chargers did it from start to finish, right? Like, they went into the game saying, this is what we're going to do. Now,
but Leroy, is it adjustment or is it just him messing up? Because those were gifts.
A little bit of both. Because
dude was Chris Kringle out there. He was just like, here's a pick. Here's a pick for you.
But here's what you have to understand is that there is no quarterback that plays with his back to the defense more than Tua. Like, it almost seems like all those quick passes, hand off this way, turn around and pop throw it the other way, right? So it's almost like you're. I'm not gonna say he's not reading the defense, but his pre-look assessment of what's going to happen, right, has what's been happening, and he's been dominant in those situations. When there's a pre-snap look and then a post-snap adjustment is where he's kind of having problems. And so I don't know whether it's you need to hold it a little bit longer because maybe you're asking for trouble that way, right? But you got to be able to make a post-snap evaluation of what's going on. And it's hard when, like, it's hard to tell somebody you playing wrong when they're like 15 to 16 for 200 and you averaging 20 yards of reception or attempt. Well, it's hard to like realize that, hey, as this game goes on, we're going to have to make some adjustments because here's what they're going to try to do.
Well, here's the thing. How can you make adjustments when it's that catastrophic? Like, they happen so fast. You have the first, it's 3 drives, 3 interceptions in a row. There's no time. Like, it's all happening for you there. No. Like, these adjustments, it's falling apart, dude.
These adjustments come play by play, series by series. When you go to the sideline and you go, hey, was this a bad throw or a bad read? These are all things that you have to identify with what you're doing on the sidelines and make some adjustments. And it's hard telling yourself, oh, we got to make adjustments. I'm 15 to 18 with a pick and 200 plus yards and 2 touchdowns, right? The game is still fluid. And that's the thing that as a whole offense, not just, Tua, but the whole offense has to identify. And you got to make some adjustments, whether it's shallower routes, whether it's pop passes, whether it's, quicker passes and getting it to your receivers with the little bubble screens or whatever. You have to be able, the best teams, right, are the teams that can identify what's happening and make counter adjustments to what they're doing. And I think sometimes, and this happens, this is not just a Tua and Mike McDaniel thing, right? It happens throughout all sports where you watch a game and you're everything's humming. And then I'm saying basketball, what the Heat do? The Heat go to zone. The Heat will change it up with some zone. They'll change it up with various, different defense just to give them a different look. I think that's where these situations need to be a little clearer, right? That nobody's going to play you the same way a whole game. And you got to be able to identify it quickly before you get to the mistake being catastrophic, which what it was. But when you see a quarterback that kind of plays with his back to the defense, like a lot of quarterbacks don't do that. A lot of quarterbacks, you look to, for example, Baker Mayfield. Mm-hmm. The whole thing that they told him was, hey, you got to use your eyes more, right? You got to look a guy off. Well, Tua doesn't do that because the offense that he runs and the way he plays, he turns his back, boom, pop pass, right? Down the middle to the outside. Everything's quick. He gets rid of the ball.
It is all, because you talked about this where, like, you talked to Bernie, other quarterbacks, like they don't live in that danger zone of the middle. Yeah. If you're a hair off, it's almost like,
right. Exactly.
It's almost like if you're if you're a pitcher who doesn't throw 100 miles an hour, you're a guy who's got great breaking stuff. Corners. If you're a little bit off,
you throw something down the middle of the plate, you're throwing meatballs.
Because like that play to Tyreek, that first pick, he does that all the time. It's just he was off and and sailed it on him, and that's disaster. And like that's the thing that's tough with it.
But that's the game you play. I mean, that's the offense you have. Can I just say, it's a dangerous. It's a dangerous game, but he is so accurate that you've been able to do it all year without deviating that much.
He's so accurate. It looked like he was throwing to the Packers and on purpose.
Right.
That's
I mean, that's it though. But
I love Christmas.
Let me tell you something right now, dude. Tua, let me tell you something, dude. Can I just say, I love you. You're adorable. Don't tell me to enjoy Christmas after the game, dude. When he got on that podium yesterday and he says, let's not have this ruin our Christmas. Let's not take this home to our loved ones. Guess what, dude? I was already home with my loved ones and you ruined it.
Damage is done.
Don't tell me that I'm not going to take it home to Christmas. We're all there with our loved ones. And that ruined Christmas. I'm sorry
for that a guy Christmas,
dude. I love him.
You sure it wasn't that old jagged ass pig you sent me a picture of?
Dude, no, that pig looked good.
The pig was good. Flan. Dude, Tua don't tell me to not bring it home to my family.
Yeah,
you ruined Christmas, and I'm sorry to say it. No, dude.
Hey,
you ruined Christmas. Hey, there's no other way to go about it. I'm sorry.
Wait,
it's true.
Can I just give you, so the game started at 1, right? People have started collecting, people started to come over. That first half, when the people got over to your house, was glorious.
We were winning.
Come on in for Christmas.
He loves you guys.
Oh, we were doing penguin dances. Yeah. We were running like little cheetahs. We were having fun.
That a boy.
And then halftime hit. And I gotta tell you, listen, I've been cold for 3 days. So I don't know what it is. My wife seems to think, she says, the heat from the air conditioner makes me stuffy. I say, well, so does that cold.
Don't bring it home to my family. Let's enjoy Christmas. Hey, dude, guess what? I can't. I want to rip my television off and throw it outside.
So I'm glad here. Let's do this 2 ways. First of all, it brings you back to your original point, which I wanted to punch you in the face over. That their hopes and dreams are still right in front of them.
It was, what did I tell you? Not a must win.
Don't do it.
It wasn't a must win. But it was a don't lose.
However, going into the next 2 weeks, there is a blueprint of how to defend those quick passes. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of teams are starting to sag a little bit to get to those intermediate passes, whether it's a post pattern, whether it's that corner. They usually run that corner route, where it's either Gesicki or Waddle going to the kind of a deep crossing route that the offside corner is backing up under that. However, the shallow crossing stuff, and this is where I thought they'd do more of it. The shallow crossing stuff is going 88 and out the gate, right? Mm-hmm. Because you got blockers on that backside. You got those backside guys playing off soft, and there's room to run.
Wait, why is Mike Gesicki not going out the gate?
No, 88. That's just saying, dude.
What does that mean?
Not a number.
What does that mean? 88 and out the gate.
That means you catch that crossing route out the gate.
Oh, if I knew that.
You never heard that?
No, dude. What 88 out the gate? What the hell does that mean? 88. Who came up with that? Michael Irvin?
No. It's one of those. It's a crossing route saying.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
the exact thing that happened to Waddle. Now, I thought they would maybe do more of that.
No, that was great, that play.
Right. But that's see, and that's the game you play with the defense. If they're gonna drop back to cover Tyreek in those deep crossing routes, then you got to have somebody in that short, pass crossing route to get the ball there. So now what happens is now they got to choose. Are we going to come up and make the play on that guy? The first time you did it, it went 84 yards, right? Or are you going to keep sagging you got to play that game with the defense instead of continuously trying to hit those 15 to 20 yard corner routes, those 15 to 20 yard deep crossing routes and things of that nature. Now, don't get scheme confused with bad play. The interception of Tyreek was just a bad throw.
That's what I'm saying, though, dude. Like, I get what you're saying, but like, how much of this is just bad execution? Because clearly on the second interception, to Mostert said he ran the wrong route. Like, clearly they were not on the same page there,
right? Well,
at all.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing you need to understand. So much of football is adjusting that sometimes you take and say, we're going to run the same play from a different formation and give them a different look. It's almost like if the defense comes and stands in the A gap, but they're not blitzing, they just want to give you a different look. Well, sometimes you have the ability, and you work on stuff like this, to take, instead of putting Tyreek in the slot, you move Tyreek outside and take and put Mostert in the slot. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what is very important about this is this. When Tua threw that pick, he was expecting Mostert to cross.
Oh, definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
He was just
right.
He wasn't even looking, dude.
And again, think about this. When you turn your back and then pop up and throw, everybody needs to be where they need to be. And so there's a lot of that, whether it's the new guy running the route, whether it's we tried to change it up with formation and somebody didn't know what to do, all those things come into play. But I just think that what the offense needs, which is still very good, I'm not taking that away, but they need to learn in-game, adjustments, and all those other guys who may have an opportunity to change it up and run different routes and out of different formations, they need to get in their playbook.
All right. Well, we'll take a quick break. Lots to get to here. We are here for a full show today, the day after Christmas. Take you up till 2:00. That recap of the Fins right there brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Leroy, quick weather update from the DeBesman and Dover Law Firm, your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7 at 866-954-MORE.
It's cold as hell.
There we go.
It's raining. I don't care how much the wind is blowing. It's wet. Get inside. Cuddle up. I say, man, I'm so cold. I'll cuddle up with Lizzo right now. I need all the wolf back.
Point for Leroy.
I need.
Talking about being the little spoon.
Yeah, I need everybody. I was cuddling with the dogs, Big Spoon, and it could just cover my body because I had to do covert operations to turn the heat on. Because she says the air makes me stuffy. I'm like, that's funny. It makes me warm.
I heard that too. Yeah, my wife said that yesterday too. Oh, it makes me stuffy. I'm like, and okay, and walking on these penguin blocks doesn't.
Right, it's so cold.
All right, let's hear from Tua. He says, "This one, it's on him. It's on him.
We got to go win this. That's all it was. We got to go win this. Just very, very unfortunate, and it was just terrible how everything ended. And like I told the guys, that's on me, and I'll definitely get better from that.
Well, time's a ticking, dude. We kind of need you to get it going. Like,
damage is done, my friend.
That was a bad. I mean, like, here's the thing. All of the good stuff that we've had, and he's had a really good year. I do think that he was worthy of getting to the Pro Bowl, but he's now had 3 straight seasons where it's been game to get in the playoffs to Buffalo, pooped the bed, blown out. Okay, wasn't ready. Whatever. Next season, Tennessee, it's cold, can't hold on to the damn football. Now we have this year. This is the worst of them all because you came out and we thought we were rolling, baby. Let's get a nice little roll here into the postseason, and to collapse like that. I mean, dude, the resume is what it is. It is what it is, and you can't. I'm a fan of the guy. I like the guy. I think that this has been a fun year, but a winless December and to have a collapse like that, 3 picks in 3 possessions. Woo!
You can't waste games like that by your 2 best players. Simple as that.
Nope.
If they shut down Tyreek Hill and they shut down Jalen Waddle, you could, maybe say something. They did a good job against our weapons. But they didn't. They did not stop those guys running around in the secondary. And you can't waste games where your best and your best weapons are good enough to win a football game, because that's what everybody's trying to stop.
Let me tell you something right now, McCoachin.
Oh,
Let me tell you something right now.
Hold on. Hit
Right
the
now,
button, Marcos. Hit the button. Are you doing it?
You're on notice, dude. Let me tell you something right now. If I have one more of your offensive players get into an illegal formation, I am going to lose it. Have them figure out the formation that's legal and stop doing it illegally, because you ruined another great play. This has happened all year. We've had all these 2nd and 6s get turned back into 2nd and 11s, and the 2nd and 8s turned into 2nd and 13s, and that led to the interception too. You ruined a great Jalen Waddle play. And just like you told Josh Boyer early in the season, bro, get it effing fixed. Mike McDaniel, get it effing fixed. I'm so sick of these illegal formations and everybody not knowing who's eligible and where to go down the field. Learn the rules with your really wacky-dacky, crazy offense, your innovative offense. Have your players know where they're legally allowed to be. I am sick of it. Every game, there's 3 flags on a legal formation or a legal person downfield. Learn the rules, okay, wackadoo? You go out here and you have your little jokey jokes. Hey, Aaron Rodgers, I beat you on a timeout. No more jokey jokes, okay? You figure out where your players can legally be and stop having them be in the wrong place. Had too many drives, and you guys got fat cat syndrome because you think, we can just throw it to one of our guys. No problem. I got the fastest people in the league. And most of the time, you've been right. But guess what, dude? A month without wins, and I'm tired of the nonsense. I'm tired of it. And stop talking about cheese in press conferences.
Here's the other problem. You've actually run the ball really good. So you've thrown the ball well. You've run the ball well. The last 2 weeks, you've run the ball really well. And you got nothing to show for it.
I swear to God, Leroy, if I have another one of those.
Whoa.
What?
We just got done with Jesus' birth, dude.
Oh, no, dude. Because they're trying to tell me how to enjoy my Christmas. Let's hear from Tua. Because this, I've never been so mad at him in my life. I love him. I love his face. All right. I want to pinch his cheeks. I wish he had a great Christmas. But when he told me what to do with my Christmas after what he did to my Christmas, I was not happy.
This isn't something that, after a loss, we should be going home and taking to our families, our kids, our other halves. We leave it all here, and then we go enjoy Christmas.
No.
And then we come back in when time is, and, we learn from it.
Dude, no. Guess what? You don't get to enjoy Christmas this year, okay? I don't care how much you like Deck the Halls, and I don't care how much you like, Secret Santa and stocking stuffers. Guess what, Tua? This Christmas, you don't get to enjoy. I want you to go home. I want you to drink eggnog with your iPad and figure out what the hell happened on those 3 possessions. Don't let this carry over into Christmas. Too late, dude. We were all here watching it. I want you and McDaniel on a FaceTime, okay? We're not singing fa la 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 la, he got picked off. No,
What's wrong with you, man?
Dude, I don't want this to carry over into Christmas. Do you want to know what my Christmas was like, dude? Here's what my Christmas was like. I'm sitting here, I'm watching Christmas with my in-laws. My father-in-law is sitting here, and he goes, after the second bit, he goes, whew, this one's over. And I look at him and be like, I look at the TV, I look at him, I look at the TV, I look at him, and I'm like, hey, I don't need you to rub it in. And then the worst part about it was, guess what, Leroy? It wasn't over. I guess technically it was, but it wasn't over because then they had another opportunity to go get a touchdown for the lead, except you know what they did? He threw another interception.
I thought when they got the ball back, I'm like, ooh, Tua's going to take him down the field.
I did too. And instead, just embarrassing. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. We're embarrassed. And he's telling me, let's go enjoy Christmas. No!
I mean, what should he do?
You know what he should do? Don't tell me anything about the holidays. That's it. Don't offer up to me. Hey, guys. Hey, we'll fix this tomorrow. Tonight, it's about Christmas. I know you love Christmas. I know it's your favorite holiday. But guess what? Sometimes you don't get to enjoy the holidays. And
I love Christmas.
And those times are when you throw 3 interceptions on 3 straight possessions. You know who can enjoy the holidays? Who probably doesn't even celebrate it. He's probably off in some spirit quest. Aaron Rodgers can enjoy Christmas. Aaron Rodgers and old-ass Mercedes Lewis, who didn't catch that football.
Wow.
Somehow, we didn't challenge that.
You brought him back to life, dude. I had no clue he was
Lewis. He is old as hell, and he's sitting here willy-nilly down the field with touchdowns and deep catches. What the hell? Tate South says he turned it into thickness.
Point for Twitcher.
Text writes in, that's something I would expect Zach Wilson to say. Tough to argue, dude. I don't want to. We'll fix this tomorrow. Go enjoy Christmas. No. So, dude, guess what, dude? Sometimes you got to sulk in it. All right. And I know you did a lot of sulking last year, and it was tough. Winless month, 3 straight picks, sulking it a little bit. All right? Get your eggnog with your iPad and figure it out. You know who can enjoy Christmas? Jalen Waddle. You know who can enjoy Christmas? Tyreek Hill. You know who can enjoy Christmas? Christian Wilkins. You don't get to enjoy Christmas.
Wow. You taking Christmas away from him?
I'm taking it away, dude. I'm taking it away.
He took it from us.
You ruined my Christmas. You ruined all our Christmases. We thought we were having a good Christmas. Don't tell me to sit here and enjoy Christmas. Take a break. I guess hour 2 is next.